The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway. On EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard
line of scrimmage. The 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 84.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
You think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big dent.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ballgame. Now a clash of bodies here, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, just pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try to apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Makes the score Broncos 10. Raiders.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
2nd and 10.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Denver.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Taken down and
well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The throw to the middle, taken in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Pretty move. Positive yardage out of this as he's able to get it up near the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense that came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8. Yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
31-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Broncos 10.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their deep. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20.
Get off the
And
field.
all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10. Their own set.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Raiders 6. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he will make it to the...
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now...
And the ball is knocked down, and the Raiders have recovered. Well, that's unfortunate. unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to wrap it. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a handoff working right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third.
Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's
middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
29-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
It's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
17.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though, and you can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Formation.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
and they'll bring him down right around the 13. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
and I would expect pressure here.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Malik Collins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes Grant on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now London down on the scoreboard. 1:14 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that one down 10. It's going to throw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. It is incomplete.
There'd be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining. So barring a 1st down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's able to put it through. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man is Grant. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And that one falls incomplete. And now, look at the clock. Only 7 seconds remain. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Kelce, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets pretty